All right, Packer with Onsorg and Lasser. Toso, Big Hindi at D. Big Hinderman chips it up the wall, trying to hit Onsorg on the far side. No icing. This is Lasser giving chase behind the net. Lasser trying to center, bumped off the puck. Packer picks it up, battling behind the net. Puck through the neutral zone. Toso gets a stick on it. This is Hinderman forcing him down in the corner, bumps the puck long. Apple Valley, nice tie-up by Packer. Hindi battling. Toso can't quite take the puck with him. Puck down here in the near corner. Hinderman chips it up. Gets Lasser's stick and away. Save made by Liam. Onsorg, far side, lifts that up and out. This is going to go the length of the ice. No icing. Lasser here to the near corner. Has Hindi. Puck is under his stick. Good hustle here by Colton. Lasser bumps his man. This is Colton trying to center to Hinderman. Puck is taken away. Lasser's shot goes on net. Goalie covers it up. Colton with Wetzel and Wyatt. Little Hindi and Andrew Becker at D. 13:56 to go in the first. We're zeros. Face off one. This is Little Becker. This is Andrew. Shot. Save made. Rebound by Wyatt. Swept on net. Covered up by the Apple Valley goaltender. Colton with the face off, far side. One back. Wyatt battling on the wall. Apple Valley back behind their net to their defenseman. This is Wetzel giving chase. Apple Valley to the far half wall. Trying to clear it out here. Nice job by Wyatt turning it around. And Wetzel dumps the puck. Or Wetzel gives chase after Colton dumps the puck. Colton on the near boards. Apple Valley coming out with it. Centering pass. Nice job by Andrew Becker, chipping the puck long. This is Wyatt giving chase through the along the far wall. Apple Valley circling. Good stick by Wetzel. Wetzel giving chase here on the near half wall. Big Hindi steps up. Keeps the puck out of the Spartan zone, and now Wyatt is giving chase. Puck here through the length of the ice. This is going to be icing with 12:56 to go in the first. Still zeros. Bremer with Basil and Jack Becker. Toso, Big Hindi at D. Off the face-off. One by Apple Valley. Defenseman down low rings it here to the near boards. Hinderman steps up, holds the line, dumps the puck. This is Basil down low, battling behind the net. Jack Becker stepping up into the corner. Becker to Bremer. Hindi again holds the line, dumps the puck for a second, and now we are off to the races. Good pack check by Basil. Puck is passed wide. Toso does a nice job down low. Puck up to the point for Apple Valley. This is Basil. Shot blocked. I think that was Toso. Toso heading up ice. Gains the red line. Tries to dump it over here to Jack Becker. Jack puts it on net. Bremer picks it up. Bremer trying to center behind the net. Has the puck bumped off his stick. Far side. This is Toso in the neutral zone. Over here to Andrew Becker. Becker tried to pass over to Toso. Pass was blocked. Jack supporting. Apple Valley with the puck. Bremer pressuring. Puck up here to the point. Shot. Save made. Rebound swept out by Andrew Becker. Becker chips it up. This is Jack Becker here on the near side. Andrew Becker down low. Puck behind the net. Toso to the far corner giving chase. Puck left behind. Now Bremer. Centering pass. Nice tie up here by Andrew Becker. That centering pass is taken away by Toso. Toso sends that the length of the ice, or tries to. Apple Valley controls in the neutral zone. Nice job by Little Hindi. Puck rings the boards. This is Andrew Becker to the near corner. Chips it up to Packer. Packer trying to chip it up to a winger. Wasn't quite there. Shot wide of the net. Onsorg far side. So Packer with Onsorg and Lasser. Little Hindi and Andrew Becker at D. Apple Valley dumps the puck. This is Big Hindi out there now. So Little Hindi, Big Hindi are our defensemen. Big Hindi here up the near board. Bumped off the puck down low. Onsorg in the slot, puts it in. Onsorg dumps the puck in to make it 1-0 Spartans, 10:53 to go in the first. Packer, Lasser, Onsorg, Toso, Big Hindi. This is Onsorg from the red line, dumps the puck. Lasser giving chase. Cross ice, Toso tries to stop the breakaway, ends up dumping it in offsides. 10:43 to go in the first, up by 1. Packer with the faceoff. Back to Big Hindi. Hindi finds Toso here on the near half wall. I'm sorry, Toso found Hindi on the near half wall. Hindi dumps the puck, goes way high. Packer trying to connect. Apple Valley through the neutral zone. Hinderman chips the puck long into the board. Packer down low. Puck far side. This is Toso giving chase. Does a nice job. Supported by Packer. Toso and Packer. Packer comes out with it. He's got Lasser. Onsorg going for a change. Packer tries to stick handle around. Apple Valley picks it up. Wyatt gathers it up. Back to Little Hinderman. Little Hinderman over here to Big Hindi. Big Hindi cuts through the neutral zone. Shot is in the net! Hinderman from Hinderman. 2-0. 9:57 to go in the first. Colton centering, Wetzel and Wyatt. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. 9:57 to go in the first, up by 2. This is Wyatt giving chase here to the near half wall. Does a nice job tying up, sends it up to Wetzel, dumps it towards the net, turned aside by the goaltender for Apple Valley. Wetzel, good hustle to the far side. Colton, good back check. Hinderman steps up. Tries to dingle-dangle in the middle of the ice, and it didn't go very well. Apple Valley with the puck. D to D in their own end, Wetzel pressuring. Nice job by Beckett. This is Colton stepping up here on the near board. Puck is loose through the neutral zone. Wyatt with the reach. Shot high of the net. This is Colton to the far wall. Wyatt supporting. Wyatt, Colton battling, all down in a pile. 9:11 to go. Nice work by Wyatt and Colton chipping that puck out. Wetzel trying to give chase. Apple Valley right back in. This is Andrew Becker. Puck is left behind. Save made by Liam. Little Hinderman down in the corner. Knocks the puck down. Backhand up over here to trying to connect with Wetzel. Apple Valley ends up with it on their stick. Supported by Andrew Becker. Apple Valley. Now Colton gives chase. Andrew Becker ties up on the wall. Andrew Becker down low. Over to Wyatt, bounces over his stick, not quite out. Colton on the half wall battling. Andrew Becker, Colton, Wyatt. Puck is loose. Little Hindi gathers it up. Andrew Becker sends it to him. Hinderman loses an edge. Colton picks it up. Wyatt taps it out. Apple Valley trying to go D to D in the neutral zone. Swing and a miss on the puck a little bit. Apple Valley from the slot, wide of the net. This is Big Hindi here to the near half wall. Jack Becker and Liam gobbles up the puck. 8:08 to go in the first. Spartans up by 2. Bremer with Jack Becker and Basil. Big Hindi, Toso at D. Big Hindi rings the boards over to Basil. Tries to chip it up and out, gets bumped off the puck. Apple Valley puts it through the slot. Hinderman had a stick lifted there. Big Hindi picks it up. Heading up ice, chips it long. Bumped off the puck, but Jack Becker's giving chase. Becker's shot, save made. Bremer down low. Puck just out of his reach. This is Basil to the far corner. Nice job by Toso holding the line. Shot wide of the net. Jack Becker here to the near board. Hinderman gathers it up in the neutral zone, time to regroup. Handy finds Basil far side. Basil absorbs a couple of slashes, no call. Tries to center to Jack Becker, can't quite connect. Puck is loose, Toso back to Hinderman in the neutral zone. Hinderman ices it. 7:19 to go in the first, up by 2. Bremer with the faceoff, Basil, Jack Becker, the wingers, Toso, Big Hindi at D. Faceoff won by Apple Valley. They leave it up here to their winger. Shot save made by Liam, and Bremer's there to sweep out the rebound to Basil. Basil crosses the red line, dumps the puck. This is Jack Becker giving chase here on the near corner. D to D behind the net. Nice job by Becker. Stopped that breakout. This is Packer battling down low now. Again, D to D around their own net. This defenseman's going to try skating end to end through the neutral zone. This is Hindi. Packer sweeping out the rebound. Packer lifts that up and out. This is going the length of the ice. It's going to be icing, but smart play by Riley. 6:30 to go in the game. Spartans up by 2. Packer with Lasser and Onsorg. Andrew Becker, little Hindi at D, 6.5 to go in the first. This is Andrew Becker down low, puck left behind. Packer now pressuring on the near half wall. Shot from the point, save made by Liam. Rebounds rolling around. Lasser sweeps that up, not all the way out. Defenseman holds the line, puck dumped down low. Nice job by Packer being over there. Andrew Becker blocks that pass. This is Lasser chipping it up. Puck is out. Packer giving chase here through the neutral zone. Nice job, Riley. And now Onsorg down low. Apple Valley through the neutral zone. Packer tries to knock the puck off his stick, wrap around. Pass turned away by Packer, gets a stick on it. That is out, offsides. 5:46 to go in the first. Spartans up by 2. They're going to finish their change. We're going to have Colton with Wyatt and Wetzel. We'll have Toso, Big Hindi at D. Face off. Hinderman gathers it up, finds Toso far side. Toso crosses the red line, crosses the blue line. Bumped off the puck. Hindi up here from the blue line, bombs away, deflected wide. This is Wetzel into the corner. Colton tries to center, no one's there. Apple Valley chips the puck aside. Colton, good pressure. Wetzel supporting. Apple Valley behind the net, D to D. Colton giving chase, 5 minutes to go in the first. Apple Valley trying to stretch. Puck is behind them. Hinderman tries to step up and pick it up. Puck back in the neutral zone. Hindi gathers it up, gains the red line, trying to go past the ref. Bumped off the puck. Looks like he's down there all by himself. They're trying to change. Up to Toso. Toso dumps the puck back down. This is Wyatt. Wyatt has Bremer. Off the boards to Toso, can't quite connect. Hinderman gathers it up. Offsides. I think that was a weak offsides call, but offsides called. 4:36 to go in the first, up by 2. Spartans finish their change. We're going to have Bremer with Jack Becker and Basil. We've got Andrew Becker and little Hinderman at D. This is Andrew Becker, chips the puck up and out, hits his brother. That was offsides. 4:30 to go in the first. This is Andrew Becker down low. Andrew puts on the brakes, finds his brother Jack over here on the near boards. Jack trying to chip it up. Back to Andrew, puck through the neutral zone. This is Basil giving chase. Puck far side, David Bremer picks it up. Bremer dumps the puck down low. He's got Becker posting. Bremer leaves it for Basil in the slot. Basil shot deflected wide. Jack Becker tries to put it on net, save made. Basil, good hustle. Hinderman stopped that pass for a second, and now he's got to hustle back. Apple Valley on a breakaway. Good back check by Jack Becker. Puck up to the point. This is Basil. Apple Valley through the slot. Centers, and a backhand is in. 3:44 to go in the first. Packer with Lasser and Onsword. Andrew Winkles, Little Hindi at D. 3:44 to go in the first, down up by 1. Andrew Becker back to Little Hindi. Little Hindi trying to get it up to Onsword. Onsword battling far boards. Little Hindi pressuring down in the Apple Valley zone. This is Andrew Becker. Andrew Becker up to Lasser. Can't quite control the puck. Packer now pressuring. Puck dumped down and around. This is Andrew Becker. Supported by Packer. Good tie up. Apple Valley comes out with it. 3 minutes to go in the period. Shot, save made by Liam. Colton with Wetzel and Wyatt. Toso, big Hindi at D. About 3 minutes to go in the first, up by 1. Good tie-up. Toso, Wyatt all trying to battle. This is Toso down low. Colton down in the corner. Wyatt on the half wall. Puck dumped. Hinderman, great pass over here to Wetzel. Puck rolls a little long, but Wetzel picks it up. He's got Wyatt, couldn't quite connect. This is Colton, far side. Toso trying to chip the puck up from the half wall. Hinderman. Hindi. Cross ice pass deflected by Apple Valley, so no icing. This is Wyatt giving chase. Wetzel to the far corner. Colton there to support. Puck is out. We got 3-on-2. Good hustle back by Wyatt. Toso clears that puck. Big Hinderman. Chase down here. Around the net. Chips it off the wall. Trying to hit Colton. Couldn't quite connect. Hinderman again up and out. This time they're going to call icing. 2 minutes to go in the first. Spartans up by 1. Bremer with Basil and Jack Becker. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. Apple Valley wins the faceoff up to the point. Puck is dumped down low. This is Andrew Becker into the corner. Trying to chip it up here to Jack. Bremer battling on the half wall. Andrew Becker supporting. Good tie up. Apple Valley coming out with it. Nice job by Jack Becker chipping it up and out. Bremer's got Basil with him. Bremer wide left, hauled down, no call. David's gonna get, oh, I thought David was going to get a penalty. Nope, we do have a call. Apple Valley called for tripping. Spartans have a power play with 1:37 to go in the first. Bremer with the face-off. Won by Apple Valley. Apple Valley in the corner. Nice battle by Bremer. Basil's there trying to support. Good back check by Basil. Hindi steps up, bombs away. Blocked by Apple Valley's stick. This is Jack Becker down low. Andrew Becker set it up. Andrew Becker down to Jack. Jack tries to put a shot on net. Hinderman kicks that puck Keeps it on sides. Oh, for a second, Apple Valley clears. Hindi absorbs a check along the boards. Good battle. Becker supporting. Puck is dumped. A minute to go in the period. 1:25 on the power play for the Spartans. This is Bremer. Back to Andrew Becker. Andrew back to Bremer. Bremer crosses the red line. Wide left on his backhand. Puts it in. Bremer pulls, backhand, forehand, puts it in on a power play goal. 46 seconds to go in the first, back up by 2. Packer with Onsorg and Lasser. Choso and Big Hindi at D. Everyone's full strength. This is Onsorg battling here on the near half wall. Hinderman. Packer chips the puck up and out. Lasser giving chase through the neutral zone. Apple Valley from about the red line puts a shot on net. Save made by Liam over to Choso to Onsorg and now trying to get up to Lasser. Packer picks it up, dumps it. This is Apple Valley in their own end. Lifts that up and out. Good play by Onsorg. Knocks it down. Puck is rolling around. This is Hinderman. Brings it over to Onsorg. Choso rifles that the length of the ice. No icing. Lasser's giving chase down here. Lasser, good hustle down low. Has Hinderman. Shot. Can't quite connect. And at the end of one, Spartans are up by 2. All right, start at 2. Spartans up by 2. We are going to have Packer centering Onsorg and Lasser. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. As always, Liam in net. 15 minutes on the clock. Puck drop. Here to the near boards. This is Onsorg giving chase. Packer trying to pick up the puck. Packer from the red line. There's a slash, not called. Packer pressuring down low. This is Lasser over here on the near side. Apple Valley coming out with it. They're really just trying to skate end to end all over the place. Here we go. That was Packer down low. This is going to be Andrew Becker going into the corner, supported by Packer. Puck is out. Hinderman does a nice job picking up his man in front of the net. Andrew Becker swings that up. Not quite out. Now Lasser has it out. He's got Onsorg with him. Lasser, wide right, shot. Save made. Lasser down into the corner. Tries to center, taken away by Apple Valley. Packer from the dots, trying to pick it up. Apple Valley coming out with it. Outlet pass. Pass blocked by Hinderman. Hinderman swing and a miss on that check. This is Packer. Puck rings the boards. Apple Valley through the neutral zone gathers it up. Spartans are going to get one more person changed. Apple Valley far side. Puck is dumped. This is Little Hindi. Rings that up and around, not quite out. Shot, knocked down by Big Hindi. Big Hindi bumped off the puck down low. Little Hindi trying to chip it up and out. Works through a couple of Apple Valley players. Packer supporting. Wetzel comes out with it, lifts that up and out. This is going to go down into Apple Valley zone. Spartans hustle for a line change. Big Hindi had no idea that kid was there. Shot, save made by Liam. Hinderman trying to cover it up. Sweep it out, ends up on Apple Valley sticking in. It was next to Liam's leg and he had no idea. Colton with Wyatt and Wetzel. Toso, Big Hindi at D. 13:08 to go in the second, up by 1. Puck drop. Colton ties up off the faceoff. Wetzel back to Big Hinderman. Big Hinderman over here to Wyatt. Wyatt trying to chip it up the boards to Colton. Now Colton and Wetzel giving chase down low. Wetzel does a nice job pinning his man on the boards. Colton with the puck. Colton down low supported by Wyatt. Puck into the corner. This is Wetzel giving chase. Colton does a nice job slowing him up. Apple Valley kicks the puck back down low. Wyatt giving chase. Toso pinches. Holds the line. Nice job by Wetzel to cover. Toso trying to center. Puck through the slot. No one's there. Apple Valley coming out with it. Good hustle back by Wetzel. Wyatt does a nice job. Shot turned aside. This is Toso. Lifts that up. Wyatt. Big Hindi, far side. Loses the puck. Apple Valley trying to clear. This is Toso to the near corner. Puck bounces wide of the net. Hinderman. Hinderman battling through a couple players here. Colton rockets it wide of the net. Hinderman trying to pick it up down low. Apple Valley with the stretch pass. Nice job by Toso. Hinderman swing and a miss. Trying to break it up. Toso rings the boards. Well, that was Packer swinging a miss, not Hindi. I think that was Packer. And the Spartans are going to have a penalty kill. Jack Becker with Basil, Little Hindi, and Andrew Becker at D. 11:30 to go in the second. Spartans up by 1. Apple Valley kicked out of the face-off circle. 2 minutes on the PK. Apple Valley from the slot. Stick handling over to the side to the point. Trying to run a switch down here to the circle. Shot blocked by, I think, Hinderman. This is Basil. Basil on the half wall. That's Andrew Becker battling in front of the net. Puck down far corner. From the slot. Basil, good job. That puck is chipped up and out. That is not going to make icing. Played aside by the goaltender for Apple Valley. This is Basil. 1:20 to go in the penalty kill for the Spartans. Apple Valley running a little switch down low here. Skating through the neutral zone. Crossing the blue line. Lasser chips at it. Onsorg up here. Centering pass. Puck shoved wide. Big Hindi lifts that one up. That is also not going to make icing. Onsorg giving chase. 55 seconds in the penalty kill for the Spartans. 10:23 to go in the second. Apple Valley switch behind the net. This is Onsorg pressuring. Apple Valley through the neutral zone. Lasser far side. Toso, puck left behind. Lasser trying to tie up in the corner. Toso down low. Now Hindi here into the corner. Up from the point. Apple Valley tries to center, goes straight to the top. Far circle, centering pass. Shot is high and wide. Apple Valley on the near half wall. Onsorg. Now Lasser with the reach. Apple Valley, shot, save made by Liam. Apple Valley down in the corner. This is Hinderman pressuring. That centering pass ends up in the point, blocked by Toso. Lasser. Onsorg. This is Big Hinderman. Apple Valley dumps it behind the net. Toso. Puck here to the near side, up to the point again. Shot blocked by Hindi. Shot blocked by Hindi. Hinderman tries to spin and get that down ice, taken away by his own player. Puck down low. Hinderman up and out, not quite. He was trying to go off the boards. Apple Valley was there, pinned the puck. Everyone's full strength. Toso sends that, not quite the length of the ice. Backdoor pass is long. This is Lasser. Spartans need a change badly. Lasser does a nice job. Can't quite get it out. Now it's out. Wetzel does a good job clearing it out. Hinderman chips the puck here. This is Wetzel into the boards. Onsorg. Puck is up. Wetzel. Onsorg. Couple stick handles. Onsorg to the near side. Looking to center. Over to Colton. Colton to Wetzel. Winds up, goes just a little soft. Little Hindi, nice job down here noticing that Apple Valley is sending a man to the far blue line. Shot by Colton. Save made. Wyatt down low. Wyatt trying to center. Wyatt to Hinderman. Hinderman shot, deflected, save made. Colton battling. Shot through the crease. Hindi. Pinned on the boards here. Hinderman's got to get back. Colton does a great job. Jack Becker dumps the puck. This is Jack Becker giving chase down low. So we've got Colton, Wyatt, Jack Becker, Andrew Becker, Little Hindi. Jack Becker and Colton battling. Andrew holds the line. Shot deflected just wide by his brother. 7.5 to go in the period. Little Hindi here. Loses an edge. Shot, save made. Wyatt, good pressure. Apple Valley tries to chip that up and out. This is Jack pressuring through the neutral zone. Now Colton far side gets a stick on it. Apple Valley. Shot, save made and held by Liam. 7:09 to go in the second. Spartans up by 1, and we're going to finish our change. We've got Packer with Basil and Lasser. Little Hindi, Andrew Becker at D. Puck drop. Lasser comes out with it. Crosses the blue line, and now Basil. Basil dumps the puck. Spartans give chase. This is Basil hustling after. Hinderman holds the line, trying to toe drag down low. Nice job by Lasser to cover. Hindi, another toe drag. Can't hold the puck. Hinderman chasing down low, loses an edge. Apple Valley clears that puck up. Packer does a good job getting a stick on it. Packer over here to Lasser. Lasser trying to chip it up. Can't quite connect. Good back check by Packer. Nice stick by Andrew Becker. Toso, great job far side. Supported by Basil. Becker chips that up. Puck to the near side here. Blocked. Toso is going to send that up. Not quite out. Lasser gets a stick on it. Toso, a little move behind the net. Regroups. Is going to send this. Try to send it the length of the ice for a change. Apple Valley gathers it up in the neutral zone. Toso. Apple Valley's backdoor pass taken away. Nice job by Liam. Covers it up. Whistle blows. Spartans finish their change. We are going to have Colton with Onsorg and Lasser. Nope. I think we need one more here. Colton with Onsorg and Wetzel. We've got Big Hindi and Toso at D. Colton. This is Onsorg. Puck is dumped to Wetzel. Wetzel giving chase down low. Onsorg. Now Colton. Puck up the half wall. Toso holds the line. Good cover by Wetzel. Colton with a good back check. Hinderman turns the puck aside. Hindi. Colton tries to chip it up and around. Hinderman with it. Rings the boards. This is Onsorg. Onsorg lifts that up, trying to hit Wetzel as he crashes. Toso. Apple Valley gathers up in the neutral zone. Colton, good pressure. 5:15 to go in the second. Apple Valley through the neutral zone. Puck is dumped. This is Toso. Toso sends that the length of the ice for icing. And the Spartans reset and get a change. We are going to have everybody change. Packer with Lasser. Nope, just the forwards. Packer with Lasser and Wyatt. Toso, Big Hindi at D. 5:02 to go in the second, up by 1. Packer with the face-off. Apple Valley has it on their stick. Dump the puck down low. This is Lasser hustling to the far half wall. Good check. Hinderman supporting. Puck in the corner. Packer. Packer comes out with it. Tries to hit Lasser. Can't quite connect. This is Wyatt now. Wyatt dumps the puck. Wyatt giving chase. There's a little bit of interference. No call. Holy cow. Apple Valley through the neutral zone. Toe drag at the blue line. Shot. Save made by Liam. Packer with Wyatt and Lasser. Little Hindi and Andrew Becker at D. Face off. Tie up. Becker chips it off the wall. This is Lasser. Apple Valley ends up with it. Shot blocked by Packer. Apple Valley holds the line. Puck down low. This is Hinderman. Wyatt here on the near side. Centering pass. Shots blocked by Hindi. Lasser ties up well. Lasser's got Wyatt crashing. Gains the red line. Tries to dump the puck. Ends up in the neutral zone. Good back check by Riley. Riley sends it over here. Hinderman can't quite get it under control. Wyatt chips it back to Andrew Becker. Andrew trying to get it up and out. Packer gathers it up. Turned aside. And the Spartans are going to have a power play. 3:46 to go in the second, up by 1. Apple Valley takes a seat for roughing. Colton with Basil and Jack Becker. The Hinderman boys at D. Face off, one back to Little Hindi. Little Hindi to Big Hindi. Big Hindi. Up to the point. Over to Colton. Colton. Down to Jack Becker. Trying to go to Basil. Puck is through the slot. This is Colton down onto the half wall, supported by Basil. Big Hindi from the point. Shot blocked, deflected wide. Apple Valley tries to clear that up and out. It's in the netting and the whistle blows. 3:17 to go in the second, up by 1. 1:32 on the power play. Toso now out at D. So Colton with Jack Becker and Basil. Toso, Big Hindi. 3:17 to go in the second, up by 1. 1:30 on the power play. Face off. Hinderman tries to pinch. Puck gets past him. This is Toso. Toso up and over to Basil. Basil dumps the puck. Good pressure here by Jack Becker. Apple Valley trying to clear that up and out. Toso does a great job through the neutral zone. Jack Becker far side. Got to set it up. Jack back to Toso. Toso to Hinderman. Hinderman shot. Save made. A minute to go on the power play. Packer with Wyatt and Wetzel. Toso, Big Hindi at D. 2:50 to go in the second. Toso to Hinderman. Hinderman shot. Save made. Rebound bouncing around. Wetzel shovels it up to Hinderman. Hinderman back down to Wetzel. Wetzel. Puck rings the boards. This is Wyatt. Back to Packer. Packer off the wall over to Toso. Toso shot. Little high. Wetzel. Far half wall to Hinderman. Hinderman. Oh, was trying to hit Wyatt down here in the corner. Couldn't quite find him. Wyatt, good battle, supported by Wetzel down low. Packer posting. Now Packer. Up to Toso. Toso shot. Deflected. Goalie makes a good save. Wetzel to Packer. Packer to Wyatt. Wyatt to Wetzel. Wetzel to Hinderman. Hinderman over here to Toso. Toso back to Hindi. Hindi shot. Save made. Rebound is loose. Whistle must have blown. Everybody's full strength. A minute 45 to go in the second. Spartans up by 1. Everyone stays the same. Packer with Wyatt and Wetzel. Toso, Hinderman. Toso shot. Deflected high and over the net. Wetzel up to Big Hindi. Big Hinderman. Little stick move. Little switch. Shot. Save made. Packer up to Hinderman. Hinderman. Apple Valley controls. This is Packer giving chase. Packer down low. Puck up here to the near corner. Toso. Oh, tries to leave it for Hindi. Rolls off his stick. Hinderman chips that up. Not quite out. Apple Valley. This is Hinderman. Rifles that around. Wyatt here to the near boards. Puck down low. Toso. He's going to send that the length of the ice so Spartans can get a change. 47 seconds to go in the second, up by 1. Colton with Onsorg and Lasser. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. 47 seconds to go in the second. Spartans up by 1. Face off. Onsorg shoves it over here to the half wall and then gives chase. Puck is dumped. This is Andrew Becker into the far corner. Apple Valley trying to chip it around. This is Colton behind the net. Cross ice pass. A little long for Apple Valley. Colton pressuring down low. 30 seconds to go in the period. This is Little Hinderman. Onsorg lifts that up and out. Onsorg giving chase here through the neutral zone. 17 seconds to go in the period. Onsorg blocks that outlet pass. Apple Valley trying to gather it up again. Lasser blocking it this time. Onsorg, good back check. Apple Valley way offside. 6 seconds to go in the period. All right, Andrew Becker lifts that up, out, trying to hit Lasser. Apple Valley clears it out And at the end of 2, Spartans are going to go into the locker room up by 1. We should have a resurface here and be back in a bit. 15 minutes on the clock. Colton with Lasser and Onsorg. Toso, Big Hindi at D. Spartans up by 1. Face off. Good tie up. Colton's still working on it, supported by Lasser. Apple Valley knocks it back into their own zone. Goes wide of the net. This is Colton. Colton gets a stick on it down low. Onsorg now behind the net battling. Onsorg. Colton. Good battle in the corner. Onsorg shoves it towards the net. This is Lasser giving chase. Toso stops it in the neutral zone. Toso gains the blue line. Toe drag. Bumped off the puck. Nice job by Basil tying up. This is Colton. Colton. To Toso was trying to hit Hinderman, couldn't connect. This is Colton. Chips it up, out into the neutral zone. Now up and out again. They're going to call icing on that one. Face off down here by Liam. 14 minutes to go in the game, up by 1. Packer with Basil and Jack Becker. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. Puck drop. This is Hinderman back behind the net. Up to the point, Apple Valley sends that puck long. Hinderman lifts that puck up, not quite out. Gathers it back up. Finds Basil, swing and a miss at center ice. Basil giving chase down here in the corner. Puck rings to the near half wall. This is Packer. Apple Valley controls. Apple Valley trying to get an odd man rush coming this way. Nice job by Andrew Becker. Chips that up and out. Jack gathers it up in the neutral zone. Jack, wide left, shot, save made. Puck rings. This is Little Hindi to Big Hindi. Puts a shot wide of the net. Basil giving chase. Nice job by Basil down low. Leaves it behind for Packer. Nice pass. Packer can't quite get it under control. Toso, shot, blocked. This is Basil down low. Now Packer, Basil. Wetzel here to the near corner. Puck is up. Hinderman can't quite hold the line. Tied up here in the slot, or in the neutral zone. Packer gathers it up back to Toso. Toso to Hinderman. Toe drag and tripped. Gathers the puck. Leaves it behind for Wyatt. Wyatt into the boards. Colton. And the Spartans are going to have a power play. 12 and a half to go in the game, up by 1. Colton with Wyatt and Wetzel. Toso, Big Hindi at D. Puck drop. Colton back to Toso, up to Hinderman, down to Wetzel. Wetzel to Colton. Colton along the wall to Hindi. Hindi over to Toso, down to Wyatt, back to Toso, down to Wyatt. Has his pocket picked. Apple Valley on a breakaway. Shot, save made. Toso over to Colton. Colton to Wyatt. Wyatt's got Wetzel. Wyatt. Shot wide of the net. This is Hinderman. Shot. Save made. Rebound. Couldn't quite connect. Wetzel. Wetzel over here to Colton. Colton. Trying to hit Toso, ends up out of the zone. A minute to go on the power play. Toso with speed. Shot. Save made. This is Wetzel to the near half wall. Hinderman can't hold the line. We're going the other way. Save made by Liam. Packer with Onsorg and Lasser. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D, 11-13 to go in the game, up by 1, 46 seconds on the power play. This is Lasser trying to head up ice. Puck far side, Hinderman into the wall. Packer supporting. Apple Valley, Packer. Hinderman trying to tie up, does a nice job. Packer lifts that up, not quite out. Hinderman and Packer far side. Puck is dumped here to the near corner. This is Andrew Becker. Andrew to Onsorg. Onsorg trying to sweep that up to Packer, taken away by Apple Valley. 9 seconds left on the power play for the Spartans. Apple Valley in the neutral zone dumps the puck. This is Andrew Becker far side. Apple Valley leaves the puck behind. This is Hinderman. Bumped off the puck. Andrew Becker to Onsorg, hits the ref. That's cleared out. Neutral zone, 10 minutes to go in the game. This is Lasser. Onsorg, Lasser. Apple Valley in their own end. Hindi bumps him off the puck. Packer over to Big Hindi. Big Hindi to Basil. Basil dumps the puck from the blue line. Foot race. Apple Valley coming out with it. Hinderman trying to turn him around. Jack Becker. Hinderman dumps the puck. Becker giving chase. Becker down low. Colton supporting. Colton and Jack Becker with the puck. Outlet pass blocked by Apple Valley. Apple Valley down low. Colton back to Toso. Toso to Big Hindi. Gains the red line. Sends the puck off the back glass. Colton gives chase. Apple Valley, Jack Becker. This is Basil, and now Apple Valley up through the neutral zone. Nice job by Toso turning that around. Colton and Basil far side battling. Puck is in Apple Valley zone. This is Jack Becker. Far side, Basil giving chase. Hinderman gets a stick on that pass. Offsides called. 8:51 to go in the game, up by 1. Packer with Wyatt and Wetzel. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. Off the face-off, this is Andrew Becker trying to lift that up and out. Puck is in the slot. Nice job by Becker chipping that puck. Hinderman had a stick lifted, stopping the breakout. This is Wetzel heading up ice from the red line. Tries to hit Wyatt, can't connect. Hinderman on the half wall. Trying to find Wyatt. Puck is dumped. This is Wetzel down low. Wetzel, wraparound. Puck is left in the slot. Packer leaves it for Hinderman. Hinderman's shot deflected up and off the stick into the netting. 8:09 to go in the game. Spartans up by 1. Packer with Wyatt and Wetzel. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. 8 minutes to go in the game, up by 1. Wyatt far boards battling. This is Wetzel here to the near side and back behind the net. Good pester. Apple Valley coming out with it. Wyatt back checking. That's going the length of the ice and should be icing with 8 minutes to go. 7:51 in the game. Packer with the face-off. 1 back to Hindi. Hinderman tries to dump the puck. It's deflected off the stick and out of play. Everyone stays the same. Face-off in the same spot. Puck drop. 1. Hinderman. Shot is blocked. Isaac is going to go for tripping. And Spartans will be on a penalty kill with 7:36 to go in the game. That is Wyatt with the face-off. This is Hinderman into the corner. Wetzel. So we've got Wyatt, Wetzel, Toso, Big Hindi. Wyatt chipped that up. No icing. Wetzel giving chase. Puck here to the near half wall. Wetzel, good pressure down low. Apple Valley coming out. Apple Valley far side. Wetzel, good pressure again. Wetzel through the neutral zone. Toso, stands him up a little bit at the blue line there. Toso behind the net, now Hinderman. Hinderman battling here on the wall. Puck is loose. Up to the point. Down here to the half wall. Into the slot. Wide of the net. Apple Valley down low. Toso pressuring. A minute to go on the power play. This is Toso. Lifts that puck up, not quite out. Half wall, Wyatt, good battle, good tie-up. Toso supporting. Apple Valley comes out with it, up to the point. Shot. Ends up a pass, and Apple Valley puts it in. Apple Valley ties it up, 6:21 to go in the game. We are going to have Colton with Onsorg and Lasser. Andrew Becker, Little Hindi at D. Puck drop. Colton with the face-off. Apple Valley. Wyatt does a nice job, Lasser does a nice job through the neutral zone. Colton pressuring down into Apple Valley's end. Hinderman, Little Handy hustling after. This is Andrew Becker. Colton. Through the neutral zone. Can't quite take the puck with them. Apple Valley sends it in on their own. 6 minutes to go in the game. Tied up. Apple Valley from the red line. Dumps the puck. This is Little Hindi. Andrew Becker takes an elbow to the head. Hinderman up to Lasser. Trying to hit Colton, crashing, swept out. This is Onsorg giving chase. Onsorg, nice job into the wall. Colton supporting. Onsorg and Colton behind the net. 5:30 to go in the game, tied at 3. Apple Valley coming out with it. Hinderman holds the line, shot just wide of the net. Onsorg, Colton, puck back behind the net. This is Lasser giving chase. Becker rifles that out. Hindi with the puck over to Lasser, can't quite connect. Basil now battling. This is Big Hindi. Come on. Hinderman from the blue line. Back low.
Somebody get up here.
Nice job by Toso to be back and ready. Hinderman checked in front of the net. But that is a power play. We're going to get an interference call here. Lasser from the neutral zone. Gains the red line, dumps the puck. Puck down low. Spartans have a power play. 4:27 to go in the game, tied up. Apple Valley sits for roughing. Packer, Jack Becker, Basil, Toso, Big Hindi. 4:27 to go in the game, tied at 3. 2 minutes on the power play. Packer, face off. Basil battling. Apple Valley over here to the near half wall. This is Hinderman pinching. Packer tries to knock the puck in, ends up offsides. Packer now with Wyatt and Wetzel. Big Hindi Toso at D. Packer, face off one to Hinderman. Hinderman, cross ice to Toso. Toso from the blue line, drives the net. Up to Wyatt. Wyatt bombs away, a little high. This is Hinderman trying to pinch. That is up and over. Wyatt gathers it up, leaves it for Wetzel. Wetzel dumps the puck. Wide of the net. This is Packer giving chase. This should be icing. And Spartans get a change. 3:48 to go in the game, tied at 3, 1:22 on the power play. Packer with Wyatt and Wetzel, Toso, Big Hindi at D. Packer with the face-off. One back to Toso. Hinderman, shot blocked. Hindi holds the line, trying to clear it out. This is Wetzel hustling. They had one down here. Nice job by Toso. Wetzel gathers up the puck. Toso. Toso here in the neutral zone. Trying to dump the puck, Packer. This is Hinderman. Back behind the net, setting up. 3:14 to go. To Wetzel. Clears it out. Wetzel trying to hit Wyatt. This is Toso. Swing and a miss. Jack Becker steps up. Jack over to Packer. Packer toe drag at the blue line. Battles down low, 2:50 to go in the game. Tied at 3, 25 seconds on the power play. Wyatt does a nice job. Back behind the net, and the goalie covers the puck. We are going to change it up. We're going to have Colton with Onsorg and Lasser. We will have Andrew Becker and Little Hindi at D. Colton with the face-off. Back to Hinderman. Hinderman to Andrew Becker's shot. Blocked. This is Colton. Colton trying to reach Hindi up at the point. Can't quite connect. Hinderman to Colton. Colton. Backhand. Goes nowhere. Colton from the slot. High. Onsorg far side. Trying to get it down to Lasser. Onsorg. Up to Hindi. Hindi over to Andrew Becker. Andrew Becker to Hinderman. Hinderman to Colton. Colton chips it up to Onsorg, who dumps the puck. 2 minutes to go in the game, tied at 3. This is Lasser back behind the net. Colton supporting. Apple Valley comes out with it. We are full strength. Apple Valley through the neutral zone. Far side. High. Lasser giving chase here through the neutral zone. 1:46 to go in the game. Apple Valley from the red line. This is Hinderman. Trying to find Lasser here off the wall. Good battle. Andrew Becker was trying to find Hinderman, I think. Good job by Colton. Nice job by Basil. Apple Valley with the puck. Cross ice pass goes long. Onsorg lifts that up and out. Spartans get a change. This is Apple Valley down in their own end. Here through the near half wall. Puck is dumped. 1 minute to go in the game. Hinderman off the wall trying to hit Basil. Packer does a nice job supporting. Puck back down low. This is Hindi. Chips it over here to the near side. Jack Becker giving chase. Now Packer leaves it behind for Hinderman. Hinderman to Toso. Toso lifts that up. Out. And Jack Becker giving chase in Apple Valley's zone. 45 seconds to go in the game. Tied at 3. Apple Valley trying to stretch the ice here. Good stick by Hindi. Turns that aside. Hinderman heading up ice. Hinderman. Centering pass turned aside. Packer shot goes wide. Packer down low. 20 seconds to Hindi. Hindy's shot deflected wide of the net. Basil trying to hit Toso, can't quite connect. Apple Valley, offsides. So far offsides. There we go. That was a very late whistle for that offsides call. 2 seconds to go in the game, tied at 3. Packer, Jack Becker, Basil, Toso, Big Hindi. 2.5 seconds to go. Good tie-up. They called offsides again. Whistle blows or horn blows to end the game, and we end tied at 3.